Space was quiet again. Not peaceful, just quiet. The kind of silence that came after thunder, after fire, after entire worlds learned to fear one small blue planet orbiting an average star. Earth had changed, not just its weapons, not just its ships, its place in the galaxy. Once, humans were the joke. Now, they were the standard. In Washington, Jason Wells stood on the roof of an old building. Wind tugged at his coat. Stars blinked above. He looked up and smiled. Someone once asked him what he thought about all this. His answer? We didn't ask for it. But they got it anyway. Power, respect, fear, and somewhere out there, someone still remembered. Humans don't forget, especially when they're tested. Linda Harper sat in a bar in Texas watching the news. A new alien species had signed a treaty, not because they wanted peace, because they were scared not to. The TV showed footage of them learning English, trying to understand memes. Failing badly. One tried to wear jeans, looked confused. How do you walk in these? People laughed. Linda took a sip of her drink. She liked this version of Earth. Not perfect, but strong. On board the Titan Dawn, Captain, Ryan Cole played cards with his crew, not war games, actual cards. You think we'll ever get a break? Asked a young officer. Ryan smirked. Breaks are for people who stop. The others laughed. They knew he was right. They weren't done yet. None of them were, because space was big, and somewhere deep in the dark, something else was watching. Learning. Waiting. Deep in the Colorado mountains, Maria Gonzalez stared at a screen message from the edge of known space. Short strange. It read, "Do you remember us?" She frowned. Next to her, Dan Porter leaned over. "Who's it from?" Maria shook her head. "Not sure." Dan tapped buttons, ran checks. Nothing. No origin, no signal, just the message. Dan whispered, "Should we reply?" Maria thought for a moment. Then, typed, "We always remember." Back on Earth, life went on. Kids played outside. People posted videos. Memes flew across the net faster than light. In Texas, Emily posted a new one. A cartoon alien wearing sunglasses, standing next to Earth, holding a sign that read, "Best friends forever?" It got millions of likes. In Ohio, Tom painted a mural of the solar system with one extra planet. Caption, "Ruin is our middle name." In California, Yeet, the envoy, added a new update. Players could now make peace with aliens. Most didn't. They yeeted anyway, because it was funnier. Across the galaxy, the trend spread. Aliens wore human clothes, watched human movies, listened to human music. Some even understood the jokes. Others gave up. One Thalkari diplomat said in a speech, "Humans are not gods and they are not invincible. They are strange. And somehow, that scares me more." In a hidden base near Mars, a meeting took place. Top scientists, military leaders, diplomats, even a few influencers. Jason sat at the table. So did Linda. So did Maria, and a few others. "What now?" someone asked. Jason looked around. "We keep moving, keep learning, keep winning," Linda nodded. "Because if we stop, someone will try again." Maria smiled. "And we'll show them what happens." Again, far away beyond the edge of explored space, something watched. Old, quiet, waiting. Machines hummed, shields powered up, eyes opened, and a cold voice spoke. "Humanity remains. Threat level, extreme." "Orders?" There was a pause, then two. "Words, stay hidden, because even the strongest know one truth. Never challenge Earth, because now, your worlds lie in ruins." Years passed. The galaxy changed. What once feared humans now watched them closely. Some still hated them. Others tried to copy them. But no one, not even the oldest stars, dared challenge them again. Earth had made its point. Loud. Clear. And with fleas? In Washington, Jason Wells walked through a quiet park. He was older now, His uniform was gone, replaced by a simple jacket and worn-out boots. He looked up at the sky. Stars blinked back. Once, he had tried to talk peace. Now, peace came from strength, and sometimes from a well-timed yeet. He smiled. Kid ran past him wearing a hoodie with a cartoon alien crying in space. Caption read, "Didn't expect that, did ya?" Jason chuckled. Some things never change. Linda Harper sat on a porch in Texas, sipping coffee. She watched the sunset like it owed her money. Her phone buzzed. Message from space. Humans confirmed. No threat detected. She smirked. Not every day you scared the galaxy into silence. Behind her, a TV played the news. New treaty signed with Thalkari Alliance. Trade routes open. Memes now official interspecies communication tool. She laughed out loud. Only humans, she muttered. Deep beneath the Pacific Ocean, the Titan Dawn rested in its hidden dock. Its hull was scarred, dented, full of stories. Captain Ryan Cole stood near the command deck watching engineers work. His crew had changed. New faces. New voices. But they all knew one thing. They served the most dangerous species in the galaxy. "We going anywhere soon?" asked a young officer. Ryan looked at the stars through a hologram. "Not today," he said. "Today we let them think we're done." The officer raised an eyebrow. "But we're not done, are we, sir?" Ryan smiled. "Never said we were." In Colorado, Maria Gonzalez sat in front of glowing screens. Next to her, Dan Porter tapped away at old alien files. "You ever think we'd be teaching aliens how to make pizza?" Dan asked. Maria grinned. "Nope, but I'm glad we are." Dan pointed at a message from deep space. "Another species wants to join the human culture program." Maria didn't look up. "Which one this time?" "The Zarni. Those big bug guys?" "Yep." Maria typed a response. "Send them tacos first. See if they survive." Dan laughed. "You're scary, you know that?" "No," she said. "Just weird." And that was the truth. Humans weren't just warriors. They were culture, music, movies, food, and memes. So many memes. On TV, on ships, on planets far away, humans became something else. Not gods, not monsters. Something more dangerous. Something unpredictable. Aliens learned to speak English, to wear hoodies, to laugh at jokes they didn't understand because if you couldn't beat them, you joined them and hoped they didn't eat you later. In a dark corner of space far from Earth, something watched. Cold, silent, waiting. Machines hummed. Lights blinked. A voice spoke. Humanity remains. Threat level, extreme. Orders? There was a pause. Then a single word. Observe. Not attack. Not destroy. Observe. Because somewhere, deep inside the void, even the ancient ones remembered. Once, someone tested humanity. They challenged Earth. And now, their worlds lie in ruins. Back on Earth, life went on. Kids played in the sun, people posted videos, games were played. And somewhere, in a small town in Ohio, Tom painted one last mural. It showed the planet Earth, smiling. Surrounded by broken, alien ships under it, he wrote, "Never challenge humans." And the galaxy agreed because now your worlds lie in ruins. Space was no longer quiet. After the Titan Dawn's silent strike on Virex 4, the galaxy began to change. Some aliens tried to hide, some tried to run, others tried something new. They tried to talk, not with threats, with gifts, offers, pleas. "We want peace," they said. But humans had heard that before, and every time it ended with fire. So now, when diplomats from the Thalkari Alliance arrived at Earth's orbit, they didn't come with ships or weapons. They came with flowers. Well, not real flowers. Symbols, gestures, messages, and a big, glowing ship full of nervous aliens who hoped they wouldn't be yeeted into the sun. In Washington, Jason Wells sat at a table with Linda Harper. "You think they mean it?" she asked. Jason looked at the screen showing the alien envoy. "Doesn't matter what they mean. he said. Matters what we do. Linda smiled. Always the soldier. He shrugged. Someone has to be. A new voice entered the room. I can handle this. It was Maria Gonzalez, linguist, diplomat, meme lover. She wore jeans and a hoodie. Not what most people expected for first contact. But then again, nothing about Earth was normal anymore. You sure? Jason asked. Maria nodded. Humans don't. Just fight. We create, we build, we joke. Linda raised an eyebrow. You're going to make them laugh? Maybe, Maria said. Or maybe I'll show them how weird we really are. The meeting took place on board the alien ship. The Thalkari were tall with smooth skin and calm voices. They offered treaties, trade, alliances. Maria listened. Then she pulled out her phone. Before we sign anything, she said, I want you to watch this. She played a video. It was 10 seconds long, a cat falling off a couch. Caption: Try us. The aliens stared. This is your response? One asked. Maria smiled. Yes, they didn't know what to say. So she kept going. You think humans are scary because we fight back, she said. But that's not why you're scared. One of the aliens frowned. Why else would we be scared? She showed another clip. Group of kids playing a game called Yeet the Envoy, laughing. High-fiving a billboard in Ohio that read, If you land here, bring snacks. A man in Texas wearing a shirt that said, I yeeted so hard I broke space. You don't understand us, Maria said. That's what scares you. The lead diplomat looked confused. What are you trying to say? She leaned forward. We're not just soldiers, we're memes, music, movies, chaos, she paused. We're unpredictable. Back on Earth, news of the meeting spread fast. People loved it. Memes came flying. A picture of the Thalkari aliens next to a group of clowns. Caption read, Can't tell who's more scared. A fake treaty signed in crayon. Peace achieved. Cartoon where an alien diplomat cried while watching a baby eat spaghetti. Laughter filled the internet. In Texas, Emily posted a new meme, a smiling astronaut holding a cat standing next to an alien who looked very confused. Caption: Peace, through superior confusion. It got millions of likes. In California, Yeet the Envoy added a new mode, Diplomacy Edition. Players could now choose between blowing up aliens or giving them hugs. Most chose hugs, with explosions in the background. Deep in Colorado, Dan Porter watched everything unfold. He sat next to Maria's old desk, sipping coffee. Next to him, a message blinked on the screen. From space. Humans are strange. Dan smirked. Damn right we are. In Washington, the president met with his advisors. Do we accept their offer? Someone asked. Jason spoke first. No. Everyone turned to him. Not yet, he continued. Let them sweat. Linda nodded. Let them learn our way. Maria walked in with a grin. I already started. Across the galaxy, fear changed, not just of human weapons, of human culture. Music reached far systems. Movies played on alien screens. Even fashion became popular. Aliens started dressing like humans, talking like them, acting like them. And they still didn't understand the memes, which made it worse. Because now, Earth wasn't just feared. They were followed, watched, copied, and, somewhere deep in space, a message was sent. Humanity confirmed. Response: prepare. Machines hummed. Shields powered up. Eyes opened. And the galaxy remembered. Never challenge Earth. Because now, your worlds lie in ruins. The Titan dawn moved through space like a shadow. Silent. Fast. Deadly. On board, Captain Ryan Cole stood near the front window. Stars passed by in streaks as the ship jumped from one system to another. His crew was ready. This wasn't just a mission anymore. It was a message. Earth had been tested. Now it was time to test others. Target? He asked. A young officer checked the screen. Mining colony on Virex 4, low defenses, heavy population. Ryan didn't smile, didn't frown, just nodded. Drop us in orbit. No signal. No warning. Sir, said another officer. Command says to wait for more orders. Ryan looked at them. You ever hear what happens when you tell humans to wait? Everyone in the room knew the answer. Nothing good. Send word back, Ryan said. We're not waiting. Back on Earth, the world watched and waited. Not all humans agreed with what was happening. Some wanted peace, some wanted talks, but most were watching the stars, waiting to see who would fall next. In Texas, Emily posted a new meme, a cartoon alien looking at a glowing planet with text that read, "I think they're mad again." It got millions of likes. In Ohio, Tom painted a mural of the Titan Dawn flying over a burning moon. Under it, he wrote one line, "Don't challenge us." In California, Yeet the Envoy added a new update. Players could now destroy entire planets. They loved it. Deep inside the Colorado mountains, Maria Gonzalez sat at her desk. She hadn't slept in 2 days. Next to her, Dan Porter played an old recording from a captured Corvaxi ship. Humans do not fear death, the voice said. They do not follow rules. They do not stop. Dan paused the message. They're right, he said. Maria looked up. About what? That we don't stop. She sighed. We can't afford to. Outside, snow fell. Inside, the lights flickered. Something big was coming, but Earth wasn't done yet. In Washington, Jason Wells sat across from Linda Harper. Both looked tired. Both looked proud. How far do we go? Jason asked. Linda leaned back. Until they learn. Learn what? That humans are not easy prey. Jason thought for a moment. Then he smiled. We already taught them that. Maybe, Linda said. But we can always teach them again. Space was quiet. Then it wasn't. The Titan Dawn dropped out of hyperspace above Virex 4. The mining colony below didn't even know it was there, until it was too late. From orbit, the ship fired. Not with bombs, not with bullets, with silence. Single pulse sent through the air. A hack. A shutdown. Every system on the surface went dark. Communications. Defenses. Weapons. The colony was blind. Then came the drones. Small, fast, invisible. They flew down like insects. Not to kill. Not yet. To watch. To learn. To assess. Report, Ryan said. Officer Jen Klein checked her screen. No response, no movement. Looks like they don't know what hit them. Ryan nodded. Good. He turned to his comms officer. Send a message, Mercer, the officer asked. Command said no contact. Ryan smirked. Tell Command this is contact. He looked at the screen. Tell them we're watching. The message reached every speaker on the colony. Loud, clear. You tested us. Now we test you. Do not move. Do not fight. Or we'll show you what happens when you make humans angry. Then silence. The people on the surface didn't know what to do. Some tried to run. Some tried to hide. None of it mattered, because Earth was watching, and Earth never forgets. Hours later, the Titan Dawn vanished into space, leaving behind only fear and questions. What did humans want? Why not attack? Why just watch? Some aliens thought it was mercy, others knew better. It was something worse. It was control. On Earth, the news spread fast. Titan Dawn strikes again. No battle, no blood, just fear. People watched clips of the message, listened to the cold voice, and they loved it. Memes came fast. A picture of a cartoon alien hiding under a table. Caption read, I heard they're watching. A clip of someone sneaking around with text. Hope humans aren't listening. A fake ad for coffee. Stay alert, stay alive. Laughter filled the internet. Because now Earth wasn't just fighting. They were teaching. Teaching the galaxy one simple truth. Never challenge Earth. Because now your worlds lie in ruins. Deep in the Colorado mountains, inside a hidden base carved into rock, Maria Gonzalez sat in front of glowing screens. She had spent years studying alien languages. Now she was trying to understand something far worse than language. She was trying to understand fear. Next to her, Dan Porter leaned over a keyboard typing fast. Data filled the screen. Maps, messages, warnings. This isn't just war, Dan said. This is panic. Maria didn't look up. What do you mean? Dan pointed at a message from deep space. It had been buried in old Virexian files. No one noticed it before. Now it was impossible to ignore. Read this, he said. Maria read, the word slowly. The void awakens. Below it, more text. The cleanser returns. All who stand must fall. Only the strong may survive. She frowned. What's the cleanser? Dan shook his head. Don't know, but the Virexians were scared of it. That's why they tried to recruit us. They wanted humans as soldiers. Maria stared at the screen. So we weren't just fighting for revenge. We were being tested by someone else, Dan said. Someone bigger. Outside, snow fell on the mountain. Inside, the air felt heavy. In Washington, Jason Wells sat across from the president. Linda Harper stood nearby, arms crossed. You're saying there's something worse out there? The president asked. Yes, Jason said. And the Virexians knew about it. Linda stepped forward. They thought we could help fight it. But we never agreed to that, the president said. Jason nodded. Doesn't matter. Now they think we're a threat. And if this cleanser is real, so should we. There was silence. Then the president spoke again. Do we tell the world? Linda looked at Jason. He thought for a moment. No, he said. Not yet. Why not? The president asked. Jason smiled, but it wasn't happy. Because right now the galaxy thinks we're crazy enough to blow up stars, he said. Let's keep it that way. On board the Titan Dawn, Captain Ryan Cole stared at the latest mission report. His ship floated in quiet space, far from Earth. His crew waited for orders. He tapped the screen. New target, he said. Korvaxi. Command center. Assess, neutralize. A young officer raised an eyebrow. Sir, command says wait for intel. Ryan smirked. Tell command I'm busy. Laughter spread through the room. The Titan Dawn jumped into hyperspace. Back on Earth, life went on. People still posted memes, watched videos, played games. In Texas, Emily posted a new meme, a picture of a cartoon alien hiding under a bed, captioned, Herd humans are coming. It got millions of likes. In Ohio, Tom painted a new mural, a smiling astronaut holding a hammer, standing next to a sign that read, Welcome to your last day. In California, Yeet the Envoy added a new enemy, a monster with glowing eyes and fire for hair. Players called it the Cleanser. Most of them thought it was fake. They were wrong. In the Colorado base, Maria and Dan kept digging. More messages came in. Some from captured Korvaxi ships, others from old Virexian logs. All said the same thing. Something was coming. Something ancient. Something that wiped entire civilizations from existence. And it was waking up. Maria looked at Dan. If this thing is real, then we need to be ready, Dan said. Maria nodded. How do you prepare for something like this? Dan didn't answer right away. Then he said, by making sure no one dares attack us first. Later that night, a secret meeting took place in Washington. Top military leaders, scientists, even a few diplomats. Earth is strong, one general said, but not that strong. We need allies, another said. Real ones. Who would side with us? Someone else asked. Jason answered. The ones who are also afraid. Linda stepped in. We don't ask for help. We offer it. Offer? What? A senator asked. Protection, she said, from whatever is coming. Silence filled the room. Then the president spoke. Start reaching out. Quietly. Jason nodded. We're not just fighting anymore, he said. We're building. Building what? Nobody said, but everyone knew. Hope. Across the galaxy, rumors spread. Humans are unstoppable. They don't play fair. They don't stop. And somewhere deep in space, something else listened. Not human, not friendly, not far away. And it whispered in the dark. Humanity detected. Preparations began. Machines hummed, weapons warmed, eyes opened, and the galaxy remembered. Never challenge Earth, because now your worlds lie in ruins. The galaxy was watching now. Really watching. After the destruction of the Virexian colonies, after the defeat of the Thalkari fleet, no one could pretend humans were just lucky, or weak, or easy to control. Earth had made its point, and it wasn't done yet. In Washington, Jason Wells sat at his desk. Tired eyes, wrinkled shirt. He looked older than he was. Peace had been his job once. Now, it felt like a memory. Linda Harper walked in with a tablet in her hand. "You need to see this," she said. She tapped the screen. A message played from deep space. Broken, full of static. But the voice was clear. "This is Captain Reyes of the USS Liberty. We are under attack. Repeat, we are under attack." It was the first real human ship to travel beyond the solar system. A science vessel. Unarmed. Peaceful. Until now. The video showed flashes of light. Explosions. Alien ships closing in. Then silence. Jason closed his eyes. "How many?" he asked. 47 crew, Linda said. "No survivors." He nodded slowly. "We respond." Beneath the Pacific Ocean, the Titan Dawn was already preparing for launch. On board, Captain Ryan Cole gave orders. He was in his late 30s, former cargo pilot, never expected to be leading a warship. But here he was. His crew was not your average military force. Some were ex-pilots, others came from tech companies. A few were even gamers who had trained on battle simulations. They weren't perfect, but they were smart, fast, unpredictable. Just like Earth itself. "Set course for the last known location of the Liberty," Ryan said. "Sir," said a young officer. "Command says wait for more intel." Ryan smiled. "Tell Command, we don't wait." Meanwhile, back on Earth, the news spread fast. A new enemy had arrived. The Korvaxi. Tall, silver-skinned aliens with cold eyes and colder hearts. They claimed to bring order to the galaxy. But their idea of order involved wiping out species that didn't follow their rules. They called Earth a threat. Earth called them next. Social media lit up again. Memes came fast. A picture of the Korvaxi. Leader with a caption. "Looks like he's about to cry." A clip of a missile hitting a ship with text. "Order incoming." A cartoon where an alien general yelled, "Why won't they die?" People loved it. In Texas, Emily posted a new meme. A smiling astronaut holding a coffee cup that read, "Today's forecast, yeeting aliens into the sun." It got millions of likes. In Ohio, Tom painted a mural of the Titan Dawn flying through space, surrounded by falling alien ships. In California, Yeet the Envoy added a new level. Kill the Korvaxi King. Players were obsessed. Deep in the Chiasso, Colorado mountains, Maria Gonzalez sat in front of a glowing screen. She was a linguist. Used to study old languages. Now she studied alien messages. Next to her, Dan Porter worked on decoding data from the Korvaxi. "They're not just attacking us," Dan said. "They're scared of us." Maria frowned. "Scared?" Dan nodded. "Look at this. They've been tracking our tech, our speed, our weapons. They think we're evolving too fast." "Because we are," Maria said. Dan leaned back. What if they're right? Back on the Titan Dawn, Ryan stared at the stars. His crew waited for orders. "Target, the Korvaxi mining colony," he said. "Assess. Neutralize." The ship jumped into hyperspace. Nobody knew what would happen next, but everyone knew this. Earth was done waiting. They weren't just defending anymore. They were hunting. When the Korvaxi received word that their mining world had gone silent, they panicked. No signal. No survivors, just a crater. And a message left behind in bright lights orbiting the planet. Try us. Across the galaxy, fear spread. Aliens whispered in dark rooms. Humans don't play fair. They don't stop. They don't care. And, somewhere deep in space, the Titan Dawn flew on, ready for whatever came next. Because now Earth wasn't just showing strength. They were sending a message. Don't challenge us. Because now your worlds lie in ruins. After the strikes, the galaxy sat up and took notice. No one had seen a species fight back like this. Not so fast. Not so hard. On a cold moon orbiting a dying star, an alien council met in secret. They were from different worlds, different species, some tall, some short, some with skin like stone, others with eyes that glowed in the dark. Earth, said one voice. They are dangerous. They are unstable, said another. They are strong, said a third. None of them knew what to do. Some wanted peace. Others wanted revenge. Most just wanted to survive. But on Earth, life went on. People weren't scared anymore. They were proud. In schools, kids played games where you got points for destroying alien ships. On TV, news anchors wore uniforms that looked like space armor. Even comedians joked about it. You don't mess with humans, one said on stage. We eat first, ask questions later. And memes? Oh, the memes. A picture of a Virexian next to a bulldog. You brought snacks or did you come to bark? Cartoon alien crying in space. Didn't expect that, did you? A video of a man throwing a ball into the sky. Caption read, "That's how we send messages now." The whole world was watching, and Earth was loving every second. Back in Washington, Jason Wells sat in a quiet room. He didn't smile much these days. He had tried peace once, failed. Now war was the only language left. Linda Harper walked in. She looked tired but ready. You see the latest? She asked. She held out a phone. A new message from space. Not from the Virexians. Someone else. This is the Thalkari Alliance, it said. Cease your attacks, return to peace. Or face consequences. Jason sighed. Peace, he said. They keep saying that word like we're the ones who started this. They're scared, Linda said. Not of us winning, of us not caring. We don't care, Jason said, not the way they do. He stood up. Let them come. Deep under the ocean, work continued. Scientists worked day and night. Engineers built strange machines. Soldiers trained for something no one had ever done before. Project Titan Dawn. It was big. Huge, in fact. A ship unlike any other, made from old alien tech and human steel, powered by engines that could rip through space faster than light. No one talked about it in public, but everyone knew something was coming. In Texas, Emily posted a new meme, a picture of the planet Earth wearing sunglasses, looking at a pile of burning ships. Caption, "Nobody makes me mad twice." It hit 1 million likes in minutes. In Ohio, Tom painted a new mural, a smiling astronaut holding a hammer, standing over 3 broken alien ships. In California, Yeet the Envoy added a new boss, a giant alien with horns and glowing eyes. Players loved it. Then came the next attack. This time it wasn't just one ship. It was many. A fleet of Thalkari warships dropped out of hyperspace near Mars. They were fast, deadly, filled with soldiers who thought they'd be heroes today. They were wrong. Earth was ready. From orbit, hidden satellites lit up. Beams of energy tore through enemy ships before they even saw the planet. Missiles launched from hidden silos in Antarctica. Drones flew out from under the sea, and above all of it, the Titan Dawn rose from its hidden base. For the first time, the world watched live as a human-built battlecruiser jumped into combat. It was beautiful and terrifying. The battle lasted less than an hour. When it was over, half the Thalkari fleet was gone. The rest ran. Broadcasts showed footage of the fight. Slow-motion clips of missiles hitting shields, drones swarming like bees. The Titan Dawn firing its main gun. People cheered. Some cried, Others just whispered, "We're not just defending anymore. We're showing them who we are." Later that night, the president gave a speech. Short. Simple. "They tested us," he said. "We passed." Across the world, people raised glasses, hugged each other, smiled, because now Earth wasn't just surviving. They were sending a message. Don't challenge us, because now your worlds lie in ruins. The ground was still hot in Miami. Smoke rose from the crater where a whole city block used to be. People were gone. Homes, shops, lives, all erased in seconds, but anger burned hotter than any fire. On TV screens across the country, clips played, over and over. The alien envoy, their cold words, the destruction of Miami. People shared memes, videos, posts filled with rage and pride. This is not how you start a friendship. Test us? We'll show you what humans do when tested. In Washington, meetings ran late into the night. Jason Wells sat at the same table as before, but this time no one talked about peace. Linda Harper stood near the window, arms crossed. She had seen war before. She knew what came next. "We hit them back," she said. "We don't even know where they're from," someone replied. "Yes, we do," said Kevin Ross, a scientist who had spent years studying old files on crashed UFOs. "We've been collecting their tech for decades, didn't know where it came from until now." He opened a file on the big screen. Maps, data, satellite readings. 3 colony worlds, he said, all inside their territory, all full of civilians. "You want to bomb civilians?" someone asked. "They started with ours," Linda said. "And if we don't act now, they'll think we won't fight back." Silence filled the room. Then the president spoke. "Do it." Deep underground, hidden beneath the Pacific Ocean, something long forgotten began to wake up. Machines hummed, lights blinked, metal groaned like it hadn't moved in years. This was Project Blackwave, a secret military base built around an alien engine found in New Mexico back in the 1940s. No one knew how it worked, but after decades of study, they had figured out enough. It could power satellites. Powerful ones. Satellites that could strike planets. Around the world, teams worked fast. Engineers, hackers, soldiers. They reprogrammed orbiting weapons once meant for defense, turned them into tools of revenge. No one cheered in the control rooms. No one smiled. This wasn't fun. It was duty. Jason watched from a distance. He didn't like it, but he understood. "They wanted to test us," he whispered. "Now we test them." The first strike came without warning. From orbit, a single satellite fired, not with bullets or bombs, but with focused energy. A beam of light that cut through the sky and struck the surface of a Virexian colony called Narith 3. Within minutes, the planet's main city was gone, not just damaged. Erased. Second and third strikes followed, aimed at 2 more colonies. Each hit harder than the last. Back on Earth, people waited. Then came the reports. Narith 3 has gone silent. Colony beacon offline. No survivors. The world held its breath. Then, a message came from space. Broken, panicked. "Earth, you dare." The voice wasn't calm anymore. It was scared. And then silence. Across the United States, alarms rang, not warnings, celebrations. People lit fireworks. Cars honked. Bars opened early. Music blasted from windows. On social media, memes exploded. "How's that alliance working out for you?" "Testing us was your first mistake." "Ruins look good on you." In Texas, Emily posted a new meme. A picture of a cartoon alien crying in space, captioned, "Didn't expect that, did ya?" It got 10 million likes in a day. In Ohio, Tom painted a new mural, the American flag with 3 burning alien ships above it. In California, Yeet the Envoy updated with new levels. Players could now destroy entire planets. Linda stood on a rooftop in Washington looking at the stars. Kevin joined her holding a coffee. "You think they'll come back?" he asked. "They already are," she said, pointing at the sky. A new signal had been picked up. Far away. Fast moving. Something was coming. Jason walked up behind them. "Then we'll be ready," he said. Below, the city buzzed with life. With pride, with fear, but also with hope. Because now, Earth wasn't just surviving. They were fighting back. And the galaxy was starting to learn a simple truth. Never challenge Earth. Because now, their worlds lie in ruins. The sky was clear over New York when the alien ship appeared. Not with a bang, not with fire, but with silence. It hovered above the city like it owned the air, big, black, and smooth like glass. People looked up. Some screamed, others filmed, it on their phones. The world stopped for a moment. Then the message came. It wasn't loud. It didn't need to be. It played on every TV, every phone, every screen. A calm voice speaking perfect English. "We come in peace." Those were the first words. But they didn't feel peaceful. "You are primitive," the message continued. "But we are generous. Join our alliance. Serve your purpose. Or be left behind." Governments scrambled. Leaders called meetings. Scientists tried to understand where the ship came from. Military bases went on high alert. But no one fired. Not yet. In Washington, a man named Jason Wells sat at a long table with other diplomats. He was in his 40s, tall, with tired eyes and calloused hands. Once a Marine, now a negotiator. He had seen war. He didn't want to see more. "We talk," he said, "not as enemies. Not yet." They agreed. Hours later, Jason stood inside the alien ship. It was strange, cold, too clean. Lights glowed under his feet like he was walking on stars. Phyrexians surrounded him, tall, thin, with pale skin and sharp eyes. They didn't smile, didn't shake hands. One of them spoke. "You speak well for a human." Jason kept his face neutral. "Thank you," he said. "We'd like to discuss terms of contact." The alien tilted its head. "There are no terms. You accept our offer, or you do not." "That's not how diplomacy works," Jason said. "Your kind talks too much," another alien said. "You delay progress." "Progress?" Jason asked. "You show up out of nowhere, drop a giant ship over a major city and say we must obey? I offer peace," the first alien said. "By threatening us?" Jason asked. "We test you," the alien replied. "If you are strong, we respect you. If not, you will serve in other ways." Jason stood up straighter. "I think you've misunderstood us." He was escorted back to Earth. The meeting ended fast. No handshake, no goodbye. Back home, the video spread. Clips of the aliens, their cold words, their arrogance. Social media exploded. Who do these guys think they are? We don't need their stupid alliance. Test us? Really? People were angry, not scared anymore. Angry. In Texas, a teenager named Emily posted a meme, an image of a Phyrexian next to a bulldog captioned, "You brought snacks or did you just come to bark?" It got 1 million likes in a day. In Ohio, a factory worker named Tom painted a mural on the side of a building, a cartoon alien holding a sign that read, "Take your alliance and shove it." It made the news. In California, a group of coders built a game called Yeet the Envoy. Players shot aliens into space with slingshots. It went viral. Meanwhile, in government buildings, things were heating up too. Linda Harper, a retired Navy officer, met with defense officials. She was in her 50s with short hair and a voice that made people listen. "We don't start a war," she said, "but we prepare for one. And if they attack again," someone asked, "then we remind them," she said, "who they're dealing with." 2 days later, the Phyrexians made their move. A bright flash lit up the sky near Miami. Then a wave of heat. Then silence. When the smoke cleared, there was nothing left of the city block. Just a crater. Panic followed. So did rage. World leaders debated. Should they surrender? Negotiate? Fight? Jason stood in front of cameras and said, "We don't run. We don't beg. We remember." The president gave a speech that night. Short, simple. "They wanted to test us," he said. They picked the wrong species. No one knew what would happen next, but everyone knew this. Earth was done being polite.